Hey everyone, Chris Barker here, and today I'm going to take you through a demonstration of our Vape EPOS system. I'm going to show you how you can use our software to grow your vape business. I'm going to show you through things like stock control, reordering, links to your website, eBay, Amazon, as well as things like customer loyalty. Basically, I want to show you how you can use our software to grow your vape business. The first section I want to talk to you about today is security and logging in. There are three main ways to log into the system. So depending on what you're using, whether you're using a tablet or a PC, or whether you're using a till system, you can log in different ways. So you can log in with a username and password, like so. So you'll click on your name and you'll type in a password. You can log in with a swipe card, the likes of those. Basically you'll swipe down the side and it'll log you in. Or you can log in using a fingerprint. So if I put my thumb on it, you'll see it registers me as Chris down the bottom. So if I go on to say accounting, me being a manager or an owner of a business, I can do whatever I want. If I come on, if you pretend this is another member of staff, a junior member of staff, if I put that fingerprint on, it'll know that that's a junior member of staff and it will restrict what they're allowed to do. The system records who's done what. So if you ever have any problems with staff and you're worried about them stealing or you're worried about what they've been up to, you can check against that member of staff to see what's actually been done. And the great thing is you can decide what level of security each member of staff gets, so you can increase or decrease their privileges based on your level of trust with them. The next section I want to talk to you about is the sales screen. The sales screen is the most vital thing for your business because it's the part that allows you to take your money off your customers. So with that being said, we've designed a sales layout specifically for vape stores. So if you click on sales mode, you'll see a basic layout that we've designed for work in vape stores. Now, if you don't like the way this screen looks, you can design it however you want. Now, on the screen now are a load of different templates that you could pick for your business, and if you don't like any of them, you can literally change it and make it look however you want. So the way that we've set it up is that this side of the screen is for your functions. It's also for products that have no barcode or are rarely fast selling lines. So the way that they work is you press the button, and whenever you press a button in here, it adds the product to the cart like so. Now that allows you to then serve the customer straight away. It's really quick and easy to actually serve the customer. Obviously if it's got a barcode, we can be even quicker again, because we can literally scan the barcode like so, and it puts quantity, name of the product, selling price into the cart for you. If you want 5 of those, so 5 like so, and it'll put 5 into the cart for you. Now if the customer was to give you then £200 cash in this particular case, once I press cash store will open like so, and then it'll print us a receipt. Now the receipt will have your logo on here, it'll have your store address, all your store details like phone number and website, etc. It'll have order number, till number, who you were served by, date and time, all the products you bought, VAT total, tender change, any slogans you've got, and then you've got things like QR codes that'll link straight to your Facebook page or to your website or your YouTube channel, basically allowing you to promote your social media or your website to your customers. Now as you can see here, there's also a barcode. Now what the barcode means is if anyone ever comes back for a refund at any time, you can scan the barcode like so, and it'll bring up every product that was within that transaction. So if you see here, we've got 5 of this particular product, and we can actually refund one of those now. So if I click refund, it'll ask, can it go back into stock? And it goes to minus £34.99. Now if you want, you can do an exchange over the top, like so. Do that one. So we do that barcode there, and it'll do an exchange over the top for you. Now, if you want, you can then refund it however you want, cash, card, check, or the one that I like most of all in my store, which is a credit note. Once I press accept, that'll then print me a credit note that's valid for the next 6 months in this store, and you decide how long they're valid for. Now, the great thing about these is that you don't have to give refunds cash, so the cash doesn't have to come back out the till. It's got good branding because it goes in their purse or their wallet for you, and it also, most people, or about 40% of people, don't actually spend the vouchers, which means that the money doesn't come back out of the business. So it's really good for you to use. Now, how long does it take you to do a refund? I'm imagining that was quite a lot quicker than your refund process. Just so you know, if I press OK now, it's going to actually tell me where I can refund it to. Where I can return that product to, because it actually stores which products have been returned, and then you can actually, if you want, send them back to the manufacturers for a refund yourself as well. Now, as we've already shown, you can scan a barcode. Now, if you scan a barcode and something's not in the system, so this one shouldn't be in the system, which it isn't, what it'll do then is it'll come up with our like new product screen. So again, most EPOS systems don't allow you to put a product in there and then at point of sale because it needs to be done back office. My point is, if in my store I scan a product, I need to be able to serve that customer as quickly as possible. So I know that's the same for you. If that's the case, you can put a name and a selling price and you can sell the product there and then. You can also press this button here, which will search our databases. So we've got about 6.5 million products on our databases now, and you can basically search, and as with this one, it's found the product for you. If I press insert and accept, that's now in the cart and actually in your system from then on. So that means from then on, whenever you scan that product, it's in your system already. Again, is that quicker than it is to get a product loaded on your current system? I would think so. Most people find that it takes 5 to 10 minutes to add a product. We've just added one in 10 seconds. Right, I'll show you a few other quick features within the sales screen, and then we'll move on. So, if I click, let's do this one. So if I put that product in the cart, I can click the question mark like so, and that will bring up information about that product. So again, unlike other systems, you don't have to leave the sales screen to find out information on a product, like stock info. So it'll show you like quantity in the stock, reorder level, min, max, case cost. It'll even show you what's in other stores. You've then also got the ability to have a picture. So if you wanted to add a picture to the product, you can literally press, select the picture like so, and that will save against the product. You can also have text, and both picture and text can go straight up to your website and can even link to the likes of eBay and Amazon, so that you've got a live stock link. Whenever you sell a product, your quantity can go down on your website, etc. Or whenever a product comes off your website, it can come off your stock in store and tell you you've got a web order. But this is basically showing that the link's all there. I'll quickly show you another few features. How long does it take you to produce a label for your product? Well, if I want to produce a label for that product now, I can press print label, press accept, and that'll print me a very basic label, done really quickly. Now I'll show you better labels later on. In fact, what I'll do now is I'll show you a sticky label as well, just at the same time. So I could do way out label, and then we'll do the brother. And what this is going to do is it's going to print me off a label in here, which can then be stuck onto the actual box of the product. So I could actually stick it onto the back there, and then it's got your logo and stuff and turns it into your product. So that's again a fairly basic label, but you can do full colour labels, you can print them in A4, you can do big labels, small labels, whatever you want to suit your business needs. You can find all wholesalers who sell that product within the UK. If we've got them on our database, you'll be able to find them, and you can also search online for images and how much other people sell it for, all from your point of sale. I'll quickly show you another couple of features here. Do you charge everyone in store the same price for every product? Well, in my store, I charge 8 different prices for every product. So I have retail price, I have staff discount, gold, silver, bronze customers, I have online price, I have wholesale discount, and I also have one-off price for individual customers. So certain customers get an individual price because they buy so many of a product. We've given them their own one-off price. So you're able to do all that. You can see your top five prices there and then, and it allows you to actually you can see how much discount you could give them. So in my store, they're all worked out by percentages. So like staff get between 10 and 20% on every product. Trade get up to 30% or 40% on every product. So basically you can set up rules, and it'll basically make sure that whenever you sell that product to that type of customer, it goes at that price. That's pretty much it in regards to here. Just so you do know, you can see other stores' quantities there. So if you've got multiple sites, you can see how many of each product, how many of that product you've got in each site. And then you can do one-off prices here at point of sale. So do you ever give discounts to your customers? Well, if you do, you can do discount the individual product, but you could also do like 10% off the whole cart, and it'll knock, if I press that, it'll do 10% off the whole cart. If I press it again, it'll go back on. Or I could reduce it down to say £30. If someone comes in and you want to reduce a product, you can do it like so, and as you see, it's reduced it. Just so you know, it records who's given a discount and when they've given the discount as well. Okay. Do you ever do special orders for customers? Or do you ever do deliveries? Well, both of those can be managed through the system if you want. So if I wanted to put this onto our actual delivery, so let's just remove those. So we just go back to the 3 products. I can select the customer if I choose to, like so. I'm going to quickly search for a customer. So I'm going to select the customer, and then I'm going to go to customer orders, which is your ability to do special orders as well as deliveries. Press create new order, like so. It will fill in their information there because I selected the customer. It's got the products they want, and once I press accept, it's put that product or that order into our system. Excuse me. What that does is it allows you to set up deliveries, but if it's a special order for a product you don't hold in stock, as soon as you put it on there, you don't have to go through your order books and make sure you add it to your order. As soon as you do an order with a supplier that sells that product, it will be on that order automatically for you. Just so you do know as well, if you do deliveries and stuff, it can do delivery notes, it can do order tracking, it can even send texts when the product arrives in store or when you go out on delivery. So it will manage that entire section for you. I'm going to fly through the rest of this now. You've got the ability to do quotes. You can do loads of other things that I'm not going to show you on here, like staff clocking in and out. One thing I will say actually though is mark down as waste. So if, say that product, well actually probably less on that one. So let's say that this product, say these 2 products were out of date, you can do mark down as waste and yes, and what that will do is it will take it off your stock, off your profits, and report it out for you at the end of the week, month or year. So basically it allows you to deduct the amount of tax you pay by wasting stuff. You can also do the other side of that, which is shop use, if you gave something out as a sample. And then the very last thing I'm going to show you is, do you ever get it when someone will come to the counter and you'll start serving them and then they have a conversation with you and they tell you their life story? Well, if that's the case, you can be serving one customer like so. You can switch, if they then pause and want to have a conversation and someone else comes to the counter, switch to cart 2 or cart 3 like I've just done there, serve them for £40 and then go back to cart 1. And everything that you've put in the cart is still there. Essentially this entire section is about speeding things up for you. We've worked really hard to make it so that you can serve customers incredibly quickly. What you'll find is once you start using the system, you'll be able to on average halve the amount of time it takes to serve every single customer, and I think that will add a massive amount to your business. Next I want to talk to you about stock. Now, stock control can be a massive part of your business or it could be quite minimal in your business. It depends on how you operate. Obviously, the bigger we get, the more we need to focus on stock control. Now, the great thing about our system is that essentially you can run your entire stock inventory system from here. So you can do your full stock manager where you can hold thousands of pieces of information about stock, from name to barcode to multiple barcodes to multiple suppliers, supplier cost, how much it costs from each supplier and what margin you're making on each one, to pictures and things that upload to your website and stuff. So you can manage all that within your stock section. I'm not going to go into it and show you it all. If you want to see it, take a trial of the software and you can have a play around yourself. You've got the ability to manage your suppliers. You can import data from us or from yourself. You can even do like schedule price increases, etc. One thing that I will show you though is reordering. Now, the great thing about our system is it learns for itself, so it's an intelligent system. Now, I don't know how you place orders now, but most people go around with a pen and pad and they make a note of what they're short on and then they ring through an order. You can carry on the same way if you choose, but I'll show you a much quicker way using our system. So the way you would do it is you create an order. You can do a blank order, min, max order, previous sales, or based on previous order. So if you always order the same things, say maybe you order from China and you order a pallet, like a container a month or a pallet a month, and it's always the same order, you can have previous orders set up like on previous orders. But most people, what they do is they do a min and max. So what that will say is, whenever I get down to 3 of these, reorder me a new pack of 12 or a new pack of 24 in this case, I think. And what that'll do is it knows when you get below a level and it will reorder you to get back to another level. So the way that we will do that is we'll pick a supplier and we will do that one. I'll press accept, and that's generated me an order now for £636.60p. So what it's done is it's looked at what I've got in store and it's reordered me to get me back to my minimum levels. That is the way, say, supermarkets or websites, they all run their stock control in that way. When they get down to a certain level, it reorders them back up. If I want to change my order or I want to look at my order, I press edit items and it shows me every single product I need to order based on what I've got in stock at the moment. So you'll see on every single product, it will show me, so I've got to order 20 passion fruit Aoki 10 mils. It will show me that I need to order 20 and I've sold 5 in the last 7 days, sell on average 5 a week. So if we pick other ones, so if we pick Apple 18 mil, it says we sell on average 2 a week, and yet we're ordering 5 in. So basically what it's doing there is it's telling you all these statistics so you can make informed decisions, and then it's telling you what to reorder based on what you've got in. If you don't want those on the order, you can simply press remove, and that's taken them off your order there and there. You can do highlighting, so you can show items that you can buy cheaper from other places. So if you can buy the same product from 2 suppliers, it will show you that you can buy that product cheaper and allow you to make an informed decision on whether you order it. If you want to add to your order, you can simply do that and press add to your order, and that's put them onto the order as well. Now, once you're happy that the order's the way you want it, you can print it out, you can email it, you can transfer it if you want to transfer it to another store. So if you see now my order's £559.30 now, once I'm happy with that order, I can email the order and the system will email the order to your supplier for you straight away. Do you think that would save you some time? To give you an idea, in my store, when I went from doing manual orders to ordering through the system, we managed to cut 18 man hours off a week on just placing orders alone. Now, 18 hours might not sound a lot to you, but for me that was a massive amount of money being wasted on something that could be automated. And if I'm being really honest, both me and the members of staff who were placing the orders, we weren't actually that efficient. We'd always miss products, and we'd basically either over order or under order and never get it exactly right. By using the system, because what it can also do, just so you know, is it can become intelligent, so it can learn where it thinks you hold too much stock or where it thinks you don't hold enough stock, and it can advise you basically whether you should increase or decrease your mins and maxes. So it's very intelligent. It's also got the ability to have seasonal mins and maxes, so you can have a different stock in winter versus summer, and it learns all these different things, so it advises you where you should or whether you shouldn't hold more stock basically. So that's your main reorder screen. Just so you know, obviously the way the system's designed, it's multi-channel as well, so you can have the same one central stock file like we've got here that also controls your website stock. Whenever an order's placed online, it can reduce your stock. It can do drop shipping from here, so it can place an order to be drop shipped based on what's coming online. It can even do eBay and Amazon integrations as well, where it can manage stock for you there. Basically anything you need to do with stock control, it'll do it for you. Just another thing we've actually got there, just dead quickly, is that we've got an integration with Store Feeder, which is like an online management system for stock, where it'll integrate to, and it'll again manage your stock in store as well as online. The next section I want to talk to you about is statistics. It's the ability to look at how your business is performing and use data to make informed decisions to help your business grow. So there are loads of sections within statistics that you can use. You can use chain stats, you can do customer reports, staff manager, but the one that you're going to look at is store statistics, which basically really says how is the business performing over whatever date and time we pick. So if you pick dates, any dates you want to look at, you can pick them and press show details, and then what it'll do is it'll bring up all your information. So it'll show us every single product. It'll show quantity sold, item name, supplier cost, selling price, profit on every single line. It'll show us gross income, net income, stock cost, profit after VAT, VAT-able income, VAT-free income, VAT estimate, transactions, cash card, check, mail orders, vouchers, and on credit. So you can probably see that there is massively comprehensive information that you can actually just look at the click of a button. You can also see things like average income, average stock cost, average net profit, average number of transactions. You can look at your percentages, so depending on how you analyze your business, you could do some people do markup, some people do POR. It gives you all your stats there for you. You can also look at how you're performing versus last week, last month, last year. You want them to all be green because that means we're making more money than we were at the same point this time last year. Excuse me. Now, from that you can do charts and reports, and there are hundreds of charts and reports you could do within your business. It allows you to look at how the business is performing. So I'm not going to bore you with them all, but I'll quickly show you some reports that you could use within your business. So you could look at account summary daily, so you could look at each day of the week, income, non-VAT, expenditure, tax, profit. You can do that daily, you can do that weekly, you can do that monthly. You can look at best income lines, you could do worst income lines, best profit lines, worst profit lines, best selling lines, worst selling lines. You can look at categories, so you could say how are juices performing against actual kits, and it'll show you how they perform within the store. You can look at miscellaneous transactions, so it reports anything that could be a theft by a member of staff. I can unfortunately testify that this works. If you want to see a video on, so we've done videos on when staff have stolen from me. I've had 3 staff who've stole over £3,000 from me. Again, if you want to see that video where we showed how we caught them, go onto our YouTube channel and you can check it out now. You've got petty cash overview, which shows money in and out of the till. You can do offers, so how your offer's performing. I'm not going to bore you with all these reports, I just want to show you how many there are. There are hundreds of reports that you can do. You can show cash up reports and banking summaries if you want. You can do staff performance reports, so you can see how much money each member of staff makes you each day and what products they're selling for you. If you do anyone on account, or if you do any wholesale or anything like that, you can do customer statements, customer invoices, all from the system. I'll quickly flick through these. So you can look income generated per hour of the day, income generated over multiple days, income generated over multiple months. You get the idea, there are hundreds of reports. You can do income generated per member of staff per hour of the day. There are hundreds and hundreds of reports. Any information you want to know, I'm telling you the information's there and you should be able to get it from our system. You can even see how multi-sites perform against each other, like so. One last thing I will show you within this section is labels, just while I'm here, so that just so you know there was an invoice that you can do. You've got labels like so. These are from my store, but you can design any label you can think of using the system. I'll show you how to do it in a different section later on. But suffice to say, there are hundreds of reports and there are hundreds of different label templates for you to download. What I would say here is that data's key. If you want to look at how your business is performing, you can do it from here. There is a brand new section that we've just added, which is our web portal. So this is our new web portal section, and you can basically pick in here information about all your stores. So if you've got multiple sites, you can do this. You can do it for one site if you'd rather just do it for one. If you just got one store, that's fine, you can do that. The great thing about this is it's a cloud version of your reporting. So you can see this from anywhere in the world. You can see it on your tablets, you can see it on PCs, you can even look at it on your phone. And it gives you basic information about, or quite actually, in some ways, quite complicated information about how your business is performing, like how many new customers have you got, your best customer transactions, loyalty sales versus non-loyalty sales, products sold, income, what products you're selling. You can even see like busiest hours of the day, average transactional income. You can see loads of different, basically, stats about your business. Now, as well as that, you can do like other things like transactions and products sold, total income per group, new customers added. It gives us all the reports we can ever want to know, or all the data we would ever really want to know about our business. You can even do things like manage your keys from here. You can basically, this portal, for anyone who downloads the software, is there straight away. You can like download new versions. You can do everything from here, but from a statistics point of view, it allows us to see our business and gives us really good like information that we can act on, like who our best customers are, loyalty sales versus non-loyalty sales. You can do it daily, weekly, monthly, yearly, and break it down basically to see how your business is performing. The next section I want to talk to you about is customer loyalty, or CRM. Now, in my opinion, this is the most vital thing to your business. It's the part that allows you to actively grow your business. If you watch any of our other trainings we do and stuff, or if you asked me to be a consultant, everything we do focuses around customer loyalty. It's the easiest way to grow your business. if you watch our video on the only 3 ways to grow your business, 2 of those, the only 3 ways to grow your business are increase the amount of customers, increase the average spend, increase the amount of visits. The last 2 are the ones we focus on here using customer loyalty. If we know who our customers are, we can do stuff to increase the amount they shop with you and the amount that they interact with your business. So the way we would do that is, if we go within sales screen, when you want to, you can sign up your customers. So to sign up a new customer, you take new customer like so, and when you press new customer, you then can take their information. You want to take full name, postal address so we can send them letters, email address so we can send them emails, but we can also upload their email address to Facebook and to Google, and then we can target ads just at that particular customer. And then we want to take mobile numbers so we can send them texts, and again, so we can link to Facebook and Google. You can take more information if you want here. There are loads of other things like date of birth if you want, whether they want to opt in or opt out, basically loads of information. So you want to take that information off customers. Now, you also want to reward customers for giving you that information. You want to do, so things you could do on the loyalty scheme. You could do things like points, whereby whenever they spend £1, they get a point. You could do one-off prices. You could do multi-buy, so I do whenever someone buys 7 bags of one thing, they get the 8th one free. You can do like the equivalent to like stamps, like they would do in a juice bar. Whenever someone's got had 10 juices, they get the 11th one free. You do all that and manage it all through your EPOS system, through our EPOS system. Right, now that's what you give your customers. Now I want to focus on what you get back off your customers. So if we press show details in the customer database section, I can see I can see my customers, and then I can start to actually analyse how they interact with the business. So if I select a customer like so, and then press individual customer stats, it shows me information about this customer and when they interact with our business. So you can see that this customer comes in most frequently on a Thursday. They've been in also on a Tuesday and a Friday. They have an average spend of £45.73, which is in here, which means they're a quite good customer. If we compare that to all customers, I don't know what all customers is going to show. So all customers average transactional value is £25.37. So the customer we're looking at is worth £20 more on average per transaction than your typical customers. You can see what day of the week everyone comes in, different average spends on different days. You can see yearly spends, etc. Now that might sound interesting to you. It becomes more interesting when you start looking at what each individual customer's bought. So it breaks down every single product that customer's ever bought. Again, you could do that for one, but you could also do that for all customers within your store. So if I go all customers, it shows me every single product that's ever been sold in store, ordered by the most. So if we picked, say, let's do smoke TF V4 sub-ohm tank. We sold 2,300 and brought in 70 grand's worth of income. If I press this button here, it will show me every single product that's ever been bought with it. So it will show me what products have been bought with it, total number sold, average number of products when purchased. It will show me that my average transaction value whenever I sell that product is £70.47. Now, if you think that our average transactional value for anyone in store is £25, and every time we sell one of them, it's £70, would you not want to try and sell more of these in your store? Would you not want to focus on this product and see why people spend more money on that particular product? Do you think that if we could sell more of this product, that we would increase, that we keep the same sort of average spend, which actually would typically happen? Basically, if you work on this product, you could sell and try and sell more of them. We can then keep the same average transaction value. Now, as well as that, you can also see like best spend period. So we could say our best spend month by total spend for all customers. Press refresh, and it'll show me every single month ordered by total spend, quantities and transactions. So it breaks down for me, what are my best months, etc., which is able to be done just in this section. Now, as well as that, you've got the ability to shove customers into groups. So you could do like a reward group or like a Facebook members group where they get a discount. All your customer groups can be managed from here. But where it starts to really make sense for me is when we start going into marketing campaigns and we're able to produce lists of customers. So for instance, let's look at create a customer list of over £500 spend. I don't know what this is going to produce, but don't know what results it will produce. But we create a list and we say any customer who has total spend in the last 3 years of over £500. And when we press recalculate, it'll show us 0. Let's take it down a bit. Let's take it to total spend is greater than, in the last 3 years, is greater than £200. Let's see what that produces. So we've got 152 customers who have spent more than £200 in store. If we press, we could then also say, well, any customer who spent more than £200 and stopped shopping with you. So we could do number of visits in the last 2 months equals 0. And what that'll do is, so it'll look, sorry, if I go back to here, it'll look at any customer who spent over £200 and not been in the last 2 months. So we go from 152 down to 51. So it shows that 51 of those customers who spent over £200 have stopped shopping with you. If we go back to this one here, which is one I've produced earlier, this is customers who spent over £100 but not been in the last 2 months, and that's 746. Now, how many customers have you lost from your business in the last 12 months? When I did this for my store on live data, I found that I'd lost 1,287 customers from my store. If you want, go onto our YouTube channel and you can watch videos of how we found out how we'd lost these customers and then how we went about buying them back into your business. And just so you know, we brought in about £8,000 to £10,000 in one weekend from that group of customers, and we then brought in over £80,000 over the next 12 months from those 1,200 customers. Would that be worth it for your business? To me, the great thing right here is there are hundreds of different lists you could do. You could do based on people who've bought products, people who haven't bought products, people who've got birthdays coming up. You could send them birthday cards or birthday offers. You could do the number of visits, how often they visit you, what their average spend is. Basically, you can produce lists based on anything you want within the system. Now, from that, you've then got the ability to create things like texts or emails. If you want, you can export your customer list and put it straight onto Facebook. Again, if you want to see a video on that, go on our YouTube channel and you can actually just watch a video of how to take your customers, put them on Facebook, and then how to put adverts to them straight away. But in this particular example, if I wanted to look, those customers who we've just lost, if I want to send a text to them saying, I'm really sorry I've missed you, I'm really sorry you've stopped shopping with us, please accept £10 off to come in store this weekend, you can literally set up a campaign in here. So create a text, pick your list, and press run campaign. And what that'll do is, that'll then send a text message now. So if we open this up here, and that's just sent me a text message here which says, hi Chris, we're sorry we've missed you, please find £10 voucher to be spent this weekend, and allows you to send a text to all your customers who you've lost. Again, if you watch some of our videos online, you'll see how we can use this data to really grow your business. There are things like when someone buys a product, you can send them a video on how to use it. You can do things like target your best customers, target your worst customers, target your lost customers, target people who've bought an e-cigarette but never bought any juices off you, or vice versa. You can use it literally to grow your business. You can pick lists of customers and you can target them. Every single time we send a text or an email, we make money. I would advise that you're sending more and more of these. If I was to ask you how many emails have you sent this year, most of you would say very few. If I was to tell you that every time I send an email I make money, I'd have to ask you the question, why aren't you doing it within your business? You've got loads of other things within here, like special offers and screen advertising, vouchers, so you can do gift vouchers, gift cards. All these can be all ran from our customer loyalty section. The next section I want to talk to you about is labels. Now, using our system, you can design just about any label you want. So as I've shown in another section, there are hundreds of labels that are built within the system, like so. If you don't like the way they look, we can literally design, we can change within the label section. So if you go into the label section, like so, You pick your printer you want, and then you pick your label you want. Now from that, if you want, you can design your own label style. So if I don't like where something is, I can drag it, drop it, move it around. If I want to insert an image, I can just do that, and it puts that image onto the label. Label can be literally designed however you want, in other words. Now the great thing about our database is that we've already got loads of labels that you can download. You can literally just import label style from there, and it'll import from our server. You pick them and you can use them within your store. Now, as well as that, you can also produce labels from weight, so you could use scales. So if you make anything by weight, or you like wholesale any items, you can produce labels based on the weight of it. You can also produce labels from stock. So I could do produce labels from stock and search. So we could add all those which are recent price changes. We press add to print list. Let's just do all of them actually. So we add them to print list. We press print preview, and then if we press print, actually let's just make sure I've got the right printer. So I've got the right printer, and we want to do, in this case we want to do receipt label default. So produce labels from stock, and when we press print like so, it will print multiple labels like this. Now if we were using an actual label printer, it might not be quite as quick, but it will produce labels like that. You can see that each one of those is different, and they're all from stock. Now, people have literally bought our entire system just for this label maker. It's that comprehensive. It allows you to put prices on every product. You can do sticky labels on products. You can do like shelf edge labels if you want. You can even do like big posters and stuff all through the label designer. And I want to talk to you about second screen. Now, the second screen is a really good advertising tool for your business. You're able to put adverts running on this second screen at all times. The research shows that people are 5 times more likely to stay in a queue if they've got something to watch, and that's what that actually manages to do. Something else it manages to do is to promote products. It promotes products that you're advertising. So for instance, in my store, I charge my reps to advertise on my back screen. I charge local companies, I charge other businesses basically as well, all to advertise on this back screen. They pay me a monthly fee, and we put their products on there as well as our own. Now, whenever we put our own products on there, we see a typical rise of 400% in sales over those products on the month that they're on the system, well, on the second screen on the system. Now, this is also to do with the fact that normally the product's on promotion, but it's a really good way for upselling. So as you can see, it's constantly rotating the different adverts that we've got going. These ones are all pictures, but you can do, theoretically, you can do videos as well. Other good thing about this is, so obviously it's set up to be rotating adverts, but as soon as you put a product into the cart, it turns into a cart as well. So it starts showing the customer as a pull display, which then from their point of view means that they can see what they're buying as they're buying it. Also, if you select a customer, it will suggest a product that they normally buy with it when they do it. When you complete the transaction, so if I press £20 now, you see the change comes up, and then within about 15 to 20 seconds, it runs back to the adverts again. The next section I want to talk to you about is our tablet version. Now, the tablet version is exactly the same as our full version, except for the fact it's on a tablet. So you can do anything you could do on there, you can do on here. So when I press a product like so, it puts them into the cart exactly the same way as it did on the full EPOS system. You can still send text from here just like you can on there. You can even get emails like we're just getting through onto the tablet. As I say, this is a full version, so you can have your staff going around the store, serving customers. You can even have it connected to receipt printers and cash drawers. You can have a mobile stand like this, so it's set up on your counter. Now, traditionally, most people would buy a full version, so they buy a full system whenever we've sold it. Over the last couple of years, more tablets and mobile devices have come into play as full till systems. So as I say, this is a full version. It's exactly the same as this. So you've got stock, you've got accounting, you've got customer loyalty. So everything you've got on there, you've got on the tablet. This is exactly the same as having a full till or having a full PC. From my mind, it's a really good, cost-efficient way to get into having a full EPOS system, and it means that this can also double up as your back office, and you can take it home overnight and you can still work on it from anywhere in the world. The last section I want to talk to you about is the mobile version. So we have our own app that you're able to download once you use our system. And you can pretty much do anything you can do on the till. So you can do stock control, reordering, statistics. You can even serve customers on your app. Now this is connecting live to either your till or your tablet or to your server, depending on how you want it set up, whether it's multi-site or local. And you can do everything from here, so you can pick web orders. This also links to our PDAs, which have got barcode scanners on it, which are full mobile versions. Essentially, it's allowing you to have a full mobile version of your actual till, but actually on your mobile phone, so you can see how your business is performing, and you can actually change things, edit things, all while on the go, basically, so while using mobile. Thanks for watching our demo on our Vape EPOS system. I hope you managed to get everything you needed from it. If you've got any questions, by all means, feel free to contact us. If you want to take a trial of the software, go to vape.premiereposlive.com and you can download the trial now and try it for 14 days and see how it will help you grow your business. Thanks for watching.